I don't know if I've told this story ever, but when Trump won for the first time, I was in college there. I've never cried at any of the elections here. When I should try. 2016. Trump has won, and I'm just a kid trying to fit in, right? So everyone around me is bawling. They're crying.
The left-leaning students
of Columbia University are crying. And I am also crying on the streets of Manhattan. This to my chest, the immigrants. My roommate from Bombay is like, you are an immigrant. What are you crying about?
For their election?
I just got swept away.
Once the wall happens, they'll put him on the other side of the wall and he's shot. So he won't be able to even get up.
I even marched to Trump Tower, being like, not my president, not my president.
He's not.
My roommate was like, Pranab Mukherjee is your president. He's not your president.
Well, you could do that again in Delhi when you came back.
He could.
If you had the guts.
Yeah.
All right, the show's called, they won't let me start, but I'm starting anyway. It's called Cock and Bull, CNB. It's still called Cock and Bull, but it's not live. It's deferred live. Like, we're shooting this on 25th November. I'll just be very clear, because it's my mom's birthday. And I'm taking her to China.
Wow.
Let me finish.
Garden?
No, Royal.
Oh my God, you're going there for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
But I'll go early. We booked a table for 7.
Can you do that thing where, you're a celebrity and you send over some free stuff? You're like, I've taken care of the bill.
No, Vijayakar is taking care of everything. He's very connected.
Because I'm going with friends, so they'll think that it'll be a huge flex for me.
Just say you're Kunal's friend. Kunal's organized everything.
But Kunal doesn't.
She doesn't want to be banned from the restaurant.
That's true.
Wants to.
I don't want to wash dishes, Cyrus.
Kunal is, not to get sexuality into it, but Kunal is a good person. If you see, I'm the bad person.
How did you get sexuality into it?
So he's a very good person.
Okay, got it.
So there's no problem there. They don't ban him. Even when we were drinking,
we should ban you from your podcast.
From your own show, you should be banned.
I want to be banned. I've applied for banning.
You think that this entire time he's just been doing this
He's
to be cancelled?
trying. He's like, cancel me, please. Make this end. Make this end.
Actually, somebody sent a message saying, you're so old, we can't cancel you. Because we say all the wrong things. Growing up in the 80s and 90s,
but
you're a little younger, but we want the woke thing happen much later. Before that, come on, we've said everything wrong.
No, Shreyas and I also grew up pretty woke.
Don't say like my children.
Don't say we. Like we are not included.
You're
in
a bachu.
But I'm saying you are in that level of you can't really cancel because it's like cancelling your parent.
Yeah, he's just too stupid. You can't cancel him. Ignorance is a quality. Come on.
But you know what the problem is, right? There's no cancel culture. So if you get cancelled, you'll actually be
there's
bigger
no department of cancellations which you can go online and say Department of Cancellation would like to cancel.
So it's a misnomer that if you get cancelled, everything gets fucked. Okay. I think what we have seen time and again is if you get cancelled, you actually become bigger. Right. So if you get cancelled, you'll have more podcasts, more shows.
Or in a sense, we never arrived, so in a sense, we were always cancelled. So you can't cancel something that never arrived and is already cancelled.
Can you reapply for bookings?
Yes.
Once you get cancelled, is there an interim period where you're like, I would like to now come back? Do you ask or do you just get put back?
Don't change your mind and cancel the cancellation.
The rabid mob.
Correct.
What have you?
I think you just need to redo the contract because then your quote is higher now.
Now that
more people are seeing.
Is there a board, a committee? Who are we applying to? Is there a name?
I'll send you an email.
Yeah.
I'll send you an email.
Is there one name in India which is important?
Because you know that comedian Chris D'Elia, how do you say his name? He got majorly cancelled and then he's come back.
Some anti-woman thingy. No, molesting a girl. It's a Me Too thingy.
It wasn't the Me Too context because I think he had inappropriate underage something or power dynamic, something like that if I'm not mistaken.
The girl was 4.
14, I don't know. But
look, it's not funny.
The thing is, when the truth is so horrific, Cyrus, the joke can't be...
No, it can't.
It has to be.
But he's come back and he has... I think now he's even in a little bit more wholesome, I have wife and child thing, so now I can come back.
So most Me Too people immediately get married to show the whole family image within months.
But that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
I think if you
have overcompensation. One of you were mentioning this offline.
Better hide the branding on this.
No, don't hide the branding because we might charge them.
They don't sponsor you.
What's the name? Aksa Air.
Are
they still around?
Akasa Air.
Oh, it's Akasa.
We've lost it. We had it for a second. We lost it. You mispronounced it.
Anyway, I like Air India. So, by the way, all the brands have changed. Yeah.
Now,
how did you get this?
I stole it from someone else who got it as a freebie.
They give it to you as freebie for not flying. Sorry, guys, you're cancelled.
So they're not a sponsor on so many levels. They haven't even sponsored this for you.
They haven't even sponsored me. They basically gave it to a friend.
But have you been on Aksa Air?
Yes, recently. And it's Akasa, not Aksa.
Akasa is that a comedian, no? Akasa Mehta?
Yes.
Thank you.
That is that comedian.
Cancellation, fill in the form. So make it triplicate, send it to the department.
That was quite bad.
But I will say shout out to Akash. His wife is so attractive. I recently saw her picture on Instagram because he never used
What
to
is she
post her face
insinuating?
before.
Beta, hold my hand. The
He
show
never
is
used to
changing
show
color.
her face before. Now I saw she's so
Conservative
pretty.
nahi hai ye show. So
Okay, do you have the news?
So
Yeah,
what's
I
it,
have.
Wait there. So Akash is very attractive.
Yes.
Are you saying that Akash doesn't deserve such a pretty wife? Is that your observation?
I
That's
think
what
that
I'm
might be the
Shreyas, that's what I'm
underlying thing.
getting.
Yes, that's what I read as
I
well.
think he's done very well for it.
My good friend Vijay Kunal.
I sense a little surprise in your voice. I sense
No
Happiness
surprise.
for
he's
you.
No
married
surprise.
up
I'm
in terms
very
of
happy.
looks,
Yes.
aesthetics. He's
Yes,
married up.
100%.
Wow. Okay.
Why? Why is that a bad thing?
Have
That's
I
such a
married
good
up?
thing.
Have I
feel-
married up?
Yes, you have.
But my wife is so old.
And you are what?
But you are
We did a video and they were Shreyas, I have black hair. And so they were calling her Nirmala Sitaraman and all on the thing. We have like 4 million views on
You also have a black heart, Cyrus. So I don't know if the black hair has...
black udders also.
And Cyrus, your hair is only black for like about 6 days.
6 days? Is that what you're
Wait,
thinking?
also I see...
Oops, Freudian moment. Ouch.
I see
Cancel.
that-
Duplicate. Call the department. Double cancel.
On your head, is that white or is that the scalp from the hair? I'm just trying to check.
That's your aunt's mustache, which is still stuck here.
By the way, something concerning. I've seen some concerning tapes. I'm sure you guys have seen this too.
Oh, this is his segue. I can see it in his eyes.
I like it.
He does lovely segues.
But by the way, Shreyas and I always try with segues. On the show, two of us try.
We try.
No, it's beautiful because it gives a shape to a
And you know what?
structure.
Every time you appreciate the segue and the smoothness of it,
But
is
not the
just
story.
undone.
But the story is horrible always.
Always.
But the segue
Always.
is fantastic.
Which
It's
one are you going for? I don't know.
For us, it's a great foreplay, bad sex, which has been my story. Yeah.
Yeah, I think,
Well,
Cyrus,
if you-
that joke you can retire.
Well,
It's-
I'm not retiring. I'm still doing the same thing.
Actually, you're still doing the
For me,
same thing.
foreplay
So
and
you're
begging.
being true to
For you,
character.
what is it?
Waiting. That's my
Not begging.
Not begging.
So you're behind me,
I
in a manner of speaking. Okay. And let's go with the segue.
Yeah, you see how you have undone the segue, but I just,
Segue. The moment is gone.
I just feel we are living in troubling times. You know, going by what you have said. Also, there were,
The Charles Dickens, it was the best of times, was the worst of times.
these are the worst of times.
We are
for sure.
cathedral, we should know this.
Worst of times for the general public for sure, because there are tapes of these politicians distributing money and alcohol to people.
But why both?
Why were we not
Just
there?
give one.
Is my question.
When and where is this
You want
happening?
money or alcohol?
Why not both? Apparently, you can get it.
You get 2 hands basically. Hey, bottle!
I'm trying to raise a problem. I've realized I am sitting with the problems. I don't need to.
Yeah, I think Ayushi and I were discussing this. What's wrong with getting money to vote? I'm all for it. It's a direct, for me, it takes out all the hypocrisy.
Okay, if for both of you, if there's a bidding war to get your vote and money is not the answer, they can get you gifts.
Yeah.
What is the gift that will make you forget your political ideology?
I suppose a judge on India's Got Talent. I believe there's no work to be done there.
Fair.
And this kind of job I want.
I was going to ask for like a Defender, like a G-Wagon or something.
Wow, you're so materialistic. Look at me. I want to give back to society.
I am.
IGT, bro. I see young talent. I fall asleep. And then, whoever decides whatever, I just clap and
Maybe
laugh.
like some, stock options in some companies that I know that I wouldn't be able
They're
to
so
get
Gujarati
now.
today.
Adani, invest in Adani. Now is the time to invest in Adani. by the
Okay,
way.
but I'm not paying the bail bonds. I'm telling you right now, that's on my...
So they can
I'm not
issue
doing
me
it.
some of those shares and I can keep them. What else can
Why do you go
ask
with
for?
Donald Trump's companies? I don't know why people haven't thought of this. My friend Costa is a fabulous mind. He said, let's invest in
Your
Donald
manager?
Trump's...
Your
No,
manager?
for 4 years, he's going to be in power.
We
for
already
sure.
don't trust his judgment. You know that, right?
He's your
What's wrong with the
manager.
logic? Ayushi, come on.
What's the logic?
Donald Trump's companies, Trump Towers, whatever the companies' names are. Put your money there.
But I don't know how associated they are with him. I think it's just a name thing.
No, but they're safe, no? Going by the public image of the man for
No,
the
but
next
does
4
it have
years.
anything to
To do
do
with
with
him?
Trump at all, is what
course.
she's asking.
You can't just put your name... Don't judge by this show, which is called Cyrus Says. You can't just put your name and not be involved.
I learned from Cyrus thinking you could just slap your name on anything and it just goes.
It works.
So you cut everywhere. I mean, you keep cutting... you like a
No,
fast
honestly,
feed.
today I was weaving through traffic because I wanted to get here on time.
On the link?
No. I
On the coastal road?
on SV road only. I must have
On
cut
the
him off
last
here.
bit. Where?
Yeah.
There's no space there.
You make space if there's no
Correct.
space.
Car is
That's
not a
what
small
she's-
car. It's difficult.
Oh, that's what I'll ask for. I would like a road, my own road.
Ah.
You know,
But
that-
to where?
Ah, what a metaphor. Beautiful, yeah.
I
The
want
road
it
to
from
where?
like my house to work and then the airport because I don't want any encumbrances.
Hey, then
in
if we can
this
ask for
commute.
science, anything we want, I want a
It's
gun.
too late. You have asked for it. It's
No,
too
I've
late.
changed my mind. I want to make people disappear. Like I just press a button and they just go.
Then you know which party to vote for. You don't need. You don't need to.
Very good, Shreyas, today.
Thank you.
Form is
Thank
good.
you.
It's the hoodie, is
I've
it?
prepared. I
Yeah,
woke up
yeah.
at
But why are
5.
you saying it's a the worst of times. Yesterday was a lovely day to watch cricket. Got to see
cricket-wise, it's great. Cricket-wise,
except for your cousin who's Australian.
Decent.
You have a desi cousin who's Australian.
Yeah, but we're not concerned about him right now. Right now, it's India for India.
But I don't know. That's a bit of a problem.
But he's a big Kohli fan, so it was a good day for him as well.
Wow. Yeah, Kohli.
He's changed.
Kohli did this pretend like he didn't get the 100, like he wasn't sure. I mean, you play cricket all your life.
He was sure, but they lagged for a second. The umpire also took a second to call it.
He was like this. Is it 4?
Then they all looked at the screen and then he was like,
it's a fairly simple game. It crosses the rope. It's 4.
I think he was nervous.
I think he was enjoying the moment, so he just let
me prolong it as much as possible. Be like, is it done? Can we count it again?
And then he did the whole Anushka thing. Every single wife has looked at her husband and been like, divorce today.
Very high standards he's setting, really.
Yeah.
If you were there, what would you have done? If you had made 100, would you blow kiss to your wife?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely, guy, really.
This is why Aisha is annoyed at you all the time.
But I'm not Virat Kohli.
What would you do? What are you doing?
Blow a kiss to your wife. I mean, you set the standards, we carry on, bro. Show respect.
Cyrus, what do you think of Yashasvi?
Cancellation. Change the first name, and I love him. But I can't bear the first name.
But maybe he'll just go by Yash from now.
But he sledges a Mitchell Stark. In his, strange accent, UP Marathi mixed accent that he has. You say, hey, it's bowling very slow. And Stark was like, you don't have to know English to. That's the worst thing you can say to him. After which there was like, that's
no Asian batsman has ever made 1,500 runs in the first 15 tests, right?
Wow. That's insanity.
And he had an okay season at home. So if he had a decent season, he would have made 2,000.
All of that, like that's just wild.
He had a great season against England in the beginning of the year, but then the 5 tests Bangladesh and New Zealand not so good. He made just a couple of half centuries.
He's just done brilliantly, and he's so.
And now in Perth, bouncy wicket. Where they say we can't bat and all that. 150 in the first innings.
Such a slow outfielder. You just saw like 4.
To be honest, that opening,
it just kept slowing
the
down.
opening partnership was fantastic in the second innings because there was some good bowling. It wasn't easy batting initially. You look at how they batted. This perfect test
and
batting.
even Nitish Reddy when he came out.
I love that guy.
He did just 4 on 4, just sweeping it across like. It was such a good day actually on a Sunday to watch.
There's some places are going to be tough for people to get back. I don't take names, but Nitish Reddy has to stay. Just 100%. Play whatever happens now.
And I hear Kaptan Saab has landed.
Kaptan Saab to aa gaya. Abhi dekhna padega list pe.
Is he coming?
Kisko cancel karne ka?
That's what I'm wondering.
Kohli bhai to bach gaya abhi. Can't touch Kohli.
So that's what my next question is. Now they've done decently. The batsmen have done okay. Who are you going to replace?
Oh no! So at the moment, Padikkal and Jurel look like the two who are sadly.
He wasn't bad. He was okay yesterday.
But captain has to come in and Mr. Gill has to come in. So that's the way it is.
What is Gill?
Or you have to drop Siraj. This is sledging too much, I felt. Unnecessarily after some time, no?
I feel we should have one guy who's doing it too much.
A little aggressive. It is India, Australia at the end of the day.
We
don't get Pakistan chances anymore. Now with Pakistan, we have to always do Aman ki Asha type thing. So like, we only have Australia left to do some amount of sledging.
Taken the sting away from all the sledging. It's been loaded with so much meaning now.
Was so sweet. They would apologize and all. Like, sorry, Rohit, you're out. Sorry.
That's what I mean.
The IPL contract.
You need to have one country where you can have some real, where you get to see Kohli say his MCBC.
No, but again, that's why we need India-Pakistan, just for the abuse. It's so much fun to hear it.
But now we've stopped. Now it's too much. Like, they all love each other.
They've stopped because they're hoping they get into the IPL. We have stopped because everybody's worried about, how you look for brands and all that.
That's
it's sad,
So that's what I mean. Now we have Australia.
Why can't we just get a new country like Netherlands and abuse them? Just for 6 months.
The Dutch are too tall.
By the way, I have some cricketer gossip.
Oh my God,
cricketer gossip?
Cricketer
on
gossip.
A cricketer, okay.
I was working with a cricketer on an ad. While this was happening, that person was not performing in the series they were playing, but they had so many notes to give.
You're talking about Ranji?
On my script. No.
International?
Indian international player.
Who are you talking about?
Are you talking about white ball,
I can't name the player.
Who's not playing right now?
Not right now.
Playing in white ball and red ball.
This was like white ball and red ball. Has played in both.
Oh, didn't perform. All the batsmen didn't perform in.
No, not. This was like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
Oh my God. Do they play for Punjab?
Can we move on? Let's move on. Segue. This is your. You can do segues as well, right?
No, but tell me something, Cyrus.
Who? Shubman Gill is Punjab player.
I can't.
No,
give
there's
you
so
any
many
further
others.
clues.
But
In the
by
team.
the way, I thought that you would like
They're
this
Punjabis,
news,
they're not from Punjab.
considering this is a format of your show,
Huh.
where we have to pay you money to
Right.
come on this show.
Right.
Because I have to cut people off in traffic. I can incur parking tickets
Right.
and fines, which has
Right,
happened
right,
many
right,
times.
right,
But all of this in service of your show, because I want to learn
Hey.
from the master bullshitter.
Ayushi, it's called trade.
Exactly.
You have to understand. You're doing restraints of trade by
So
telling me not
how,
to do this.
How much
do I make
you
money?
want me to pay you per episode to be here full time?
Let me talk to my treasurer. Beta, what do you think is a good price?
I think get her a road. If you can get her a road,
Okay.
that's all.
I've got this road called Wow Kesh Wow. You take it. It's yours.
So what do you think of the Zomato news? That's what I'm obviously alluding to.
What is the Zomato news?
You don't know the Zomato news?
Oh, the fight?
He's really
No.
out of the loop. Huh?
The
fight.
CEO of Zomato
Huh?
put up a tweet
Huh?
saying he's looking for a assistant, basically to work in the CEO's
And our
office.
Shark Tank fellow.
No.
that one.
And the twist of this is you pay me 20 lakhs per year to
Nice.
come work for me, because this is as good as an MBA, if not better, and you learn and you
20
get to...
lakhs?
20 lakhs. Oh, I
How
will...
much the MBA cost now?
Roughly about that
Is
much,
it?
but across 2 years, I'll give you the caveats of this.
Huh.
20 lakhs, he's saying he's not pocketing. They're going to give it to Zomato's charitable fund. And
Which
then,
is what? The people who die under the scooter.
correct. The
much?
heat
Then
waves.
it's too
and all.
much. You make a, sort of look to me and then I'll stop.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it again.
So that's-
people who die under the scooter. Too much?
On Dipinder's part, not on your part. You're good.
Deepinder, wear a helmet before
And
talking.
the next year, if you get the gig, then your second year, you'll get normal salary, which according to him is more than upwards of 50 lakhs.
Okay.
And
But it's maybe.
maybe, if you continue into the second year.
They're saying we'll
No,
see
but
in the
so
next
they
year.
can
It's not
drop you.
confirmed.
They can drop you.
They can
They
drop
can
you.
drop
They
you,
can drop
which
you.
means they will drop you.
They should drop you because you're horrible.
But basically, you're just now you can only go for applicants who have the ability to give you 20 lakhs.
No, they can borrow the money. You can take loans. You don't have
You
to.
want me to take a loan
If
so
you
I
believe
can
in
pay the
Dipinder's
job?
story, and I can understand.
How
where
are
he's
you going to
coming
pay the
believes in
loan?
his story.
How are you
I
going to pay
love
the
Zomato.
loan?
I love
you love
them.
food. You don't love Zomato.
But before Zomato, I cried. Now I cry less because at times I just say, Maya, Frankie, okay, how much is it? 162? Okay, let's go.
I just wanna give you what he thinks. Why he thinks that you should pay for this
Correct,
role.
yeah.
You're
Right?
correcting her.
No. I'm
No,
just
she's
giving the
adding.
exact
He's
words.
right,
We are trying
exactly.
to read between
This
the
is
lines.
chauvinism, I feel. You're coming
No,
down
no,
hard on
I'm-
the
We
boat.
I'm
believe.
okay with this.
We
I
believe.
don't accept this. I'll give you a red card.
We are not
later.
waiting
I'm
for your
not
permission
right
at all.
now. Okay, go on.
We believe that people who apply for this role should do it for the learning opportunity it presents, rather than for a
But
fancy,
who's
well-paying
we?
job.
Is he like Ordno? He's
Zomato.
speaking in third person?
Yes.
Oh.
He's representing all of the Zomatians.
We. Dipinder.
All the Zomatos.
Rather than a fancy, well-paying job which will make you look cool in front of yourself or the people you want to impress.
What
Why are
the
you being
fuck?
condescending now when you
Yeah.
are not even paying people
Two things.
anything?
Zomato, firstly, is a fruit. People think it's not. Secondly, if somebody applies, then it's a market dynamics. If people apply, let's say 20,000, okay, not 20,000, 20 people apply. Then what's wrong with it? Because he's put out something and you've applied.
No, I get why he did it. It's very trendy. It's going to catch a lot
No,
of
the
eyes.
the PR thing we all got.
It picks up.
No,
But
So
what
do you
kind of
call it?
attention? Or do you think they don't care at this
No,
point?
I just
Shreyas,
don't think they care.
They're on this award-winning show. We're
Yes.
discussing it.
Right.
He's hit the big time.
Wait, this is the award-winning show.
This is the award-winning show. Yeah.
But yeah,
we won 2
he is
awards.
asking for this, and I think the other.
But would you do? Would you do this when you were younger? Let's say,
No.
even if you had the family business or not, would you do this if you were interested in corporate life? Would you do this?
No.
If you had access to 20 lakhs.
No, because this is a different kind of corporate slavery in a way. Like, first of all, I'm not against. I will
But
say.
even when you do an MBA, there's no guarantee
One
they'll
second,
place you,
Cyrus,
right?
I let me preface this by saying I do not believe there's anything categorically wrong with 9-to-5 jobs and having a regular corporate lifestyle. Nothing wrong. There's something amazing about having a steady paycheck in your life for a majority of the population. I want to say all of this stuff.
That's what the Mahayuti was saying to me.
I get all of that. But what I'm saying is this seems another level of a power trip where not only do I have to report to
There's
you
the
and all
arrogance
things,
in the I'll train
I
you thing.
also have to compensate you for your time, which I am making easier. Also, the job, by the way, is an assistant's job. It's not like I'm getting to be COO
Correct.
tomorrow or something like
ideas
that.
only.
So you're
It's not
carrying
that.
the plastic bag with the tiffin and all for the boss.
I'm not
and-
even going to get to give my ideas or something like that. I'm here to learn from you. And on top of that, I got to pay you.
Yeah, he's sending you an invoice at the end of every month.
You know that on Twitter, people took it the other way, right? Where a bunch of people who had the liquidity was like, You Shreyas, you apply because you want the experience.
Yeah.
I'll give you the 20 lakhs.
Oh.
But what you give me is a percentage of your future earnings permanently
Oh my
from
God.
Zomato.
I'm okay with this if the two adults. It's like having sexual relations the way you want to.
Because I have the
Consenting
20
adults.
lakhs to give you, but you want the job, so go and I'll just get some future earnings.
if
I
you're
actually thought
okay-
that
This is the
guy.
first step.
This
You
is
give
all-
me the 20,
Yeah.
then we'll see.
You guys have become leftists. What is wrong with this?
Don't ever say that to me.
What the hell? It's okay. It's between them.
That's
I don't
so
want to do this
fucking
deal.
rude.
You don't want to do this deal. But Shreyas and Prithvi want to do this deal. Let them do the deal.
I'm happy with. Oh, I like this guy. I followed him on Twitter. It's like business tips,
So yeah,
money management.
But it's a gimmick, so it means nothing.
let's get the truth here. He got a lot of flack, and so he must have backpedaled.
I
Yeah,
think
he has
it's
done
that.
this
before.
By
idea.
the way, I think it's just because he's backpedaled many
For
things.
for the pure veg thing as well.
Yeah.
When he had
So you're
delivery
getting
drivers.
your PR, then you go pull out and become a good guy again. But you got your publicity. The work's done.
Hey, but can I ask you one thing? As a pure non-vegetarian, what was
He has 46
what
vegetarian
was super
outlets.
wrong with the pure veg option for people?
The problem.
And I totally disrespect vegetarian people, but I'm saying from their perspective, shouldn't they been happy about it?
No. So the reason they were unhappy is because the red dot and the green dot, those are also codifiers of caste, of class. You know, if
So
you
we
are,
just aren't allowed to use the color green only now.
yeah, the idea of
Well,
like
at signals you can.
the idea of like a pure vegetarian person being like, I want my food only to be handled by a pure vegetarian person. It just makes way for those hierarchies, those inequalities.
One sec,
to
whoa,
come up.
you cannot
No,
be
I-
pure vegetarian. It's a paradox, as far as I'm concerned. It's not
That
possible.
is
It's not a scientific concept at all. So I'm
Because
sure.
when you eat
Yeah.
salad, also it's possible that the urine from a cockroach or something has touched it.
That's true.
So there's always some element of non-veg in the veg.
Absolutely. I haven't heard this take before. This is a very fresh take.
As a scientist, I like to contribute to society.
The Jain community comes to Cyrus tomorrow.
Yeah.
But basically, it becomes easy to differentiate
does the
between
I figured it was
religions,
something to
between-
do
yeah.
with this, but it's more just like, I mean, are we just going to get upset about everything? Cut this also.
No, this we
Will you
should.
stop
I think
cutting
this we should
everything?
get upset about. There's a
Yeah?
very good
You
reason.
sound like an
because
invader. Huh.
there's a long history about this. Like even you see
Now
this.
what are you talking about?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
No, history about what?
History about the idea of pure vegetarian
Oh,
being like a
that. Okay.
I
supremacist
fully
caste.
get
He has
that.
36
I have
outlets
been
across the
somebody who
world.
sat at tables and have people been like, no, I'm not going to pass something to you because I'm not going to touch the plate and things like that. I find it incredibly insulting,
when-
demeaning.
Yes.
But
all
when
of
we,
that
when we
shit.
have veg people over, we always keep the dansar, the veg one in another.
Exactly. But there is, I have learned through adult growth in life that, okay, you're allowed to have your preferences just as I am. So like at work, say for example, there are some people who don't like to have lunch together with people who are eating meat because it makes them
No,
uncomfortable.
the smell is difficult for some people. We are
Right.
immune to it because we eat it all the time.
Exactly.
You should
So
be sensitive. I like eating alone.
I thought that was the reason they had, but anyway.
No,
He's
good.
anyway
Finish your thoughts.
clearly a
You're sounding
question
like
mark
me.
guy.
Finish your thoughts. Someone must finish their thoughts here.
No, I feel like I'm going into some dangerous territory.
No, it's not dangerous. You're saying, it's a secular thought. You're saying jisko jaisa. What's the big problem?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was
And that is
thinking.
the fundamental thing. His point is that when you demarcate it with color, etc., there's a code to that which upsets people
I
because they're
agree.
looking at it different meanings and layers of meanings.
But I was thinking, I was like, this is great because now I'll only click on the red.
Yeah, but we've had this all our lives. I don't know.
Like I want to go for that person
in many
who's like
South Bombay restaurants, they've
lot
had
of blood
this
on your hands,
dotty thing
super
and all.
questionable morals. I'm into that.
I don't know. My point is that if you have sexual relations with your partner, you're basically non-veg. And if you're not, you're really not having a good time. So think about that.
Go back to your
Vishnu, why are
previous
you
take.
laughing? You just got
repeat
married, no? Recently, you don't. Are you veg or non-veg? If you're in separate rooms,
I'm
veg.
feeling shy
Why are you feeling shy?
because I forgot that he
This-
does this. You know, it's been a while.
You're trying to have a normal conversation. You just forgot. You forgot.
Who's the bacha here?
You actually, it's him.
We're looking at a very sensitive topic, and I thought we'd give wise answers to this whole thing.
So
About,
okay, fine. If
Yeah.
we're talking,
what are you doing? Opening water?
yeah,
We haven't paid for it.
She
it's
has.
not even branded.
We took it out.
Oh.
It starts with a B and ends with an I. And has a sound in the middle. Can you guess?
Okay, next topic because I have no segue for this, but it enraged me as much as all these other topics so
Which
far.
one? The veg, non-veg?
No, the rebranding of Jaguar.
Oh, the ad you're talking about?
The whole
horrible
company
ad?
they've rebranded, and
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's pronounced, the actual South American pronunciation is a little bit different. I keep forgetting it. We say Jaguar, but they say it in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do
I
they
think 3
say?
syllables. Don't ask me.
But they say
someone will
pink
tell you.
Jaguar. What do they
No,
say?
pink is now you're going in another territory altogether. Because how many Jaguars?
They are going in that.
Yeah,
direction.
I know.
How to
But it depends. Can I say
pronounce-
one thing here? Let's ask the businesswoman. It all depends on who your market is. Who's going to buy the Jaguar, firstly. So if you're going to go woke or anti-woke, I would think, again,
be
it's
honest,
business.
I don't
though,
feel woke people are going for
yeah,
Jag.
No,
exactly.
one sec. They may have studied their
No,
market.
but
We don't know
Cyrus,
their market.
no, Cyrus Jag has always been, it's a legacy brand. It's a very like people who have reached a certain level of
It's a super
Accumulation
access
of
super
and
expensive-
liquidity in
it's a
life.
super
yeah.
expensive car. So
That's
let's
what
face
I'm
it, it's a
saying.
small niche. Now, in that
Yes.
niche, are we looking at more woke or non-woke? Or are they worried that they look non-woke? Even if they are or
But
not. You know what
my
I'm saying? The
problem
perception of
is,
being there.
my problem is what was wrong with the font? Did the font say that they were anti-woke? Why did you change the font? Did the cat come out as
Very
homophobic
good
that you
point.
decided
Very
to
good
take
point.
out the Jaguar from Jaguar?
I can't answer that for you because as a Tata representative, it would be wrong for me to
And
speak.
did you know at the same, like a day later, Porsche came out with the sexiest ad for a new car ever.
with the opposite feel to
With
it.
the entire, they showed the car, which, by the way, that's the main difference
Wait,
between
Jaguar
the two
hasn't
ads.
shown the car.
And
Jaguar
Jaguar
showed
should
just
show
a
the car
bunch of
because
people dancing in cool outfits.
You haven't seen the ad. You got to see the ad.
You
Otherwise
gotta
won't
see the
understand
ad.
what
There's
she's
no
saying.
car in the ad. I thought the
ad
Tap
is-
had
is like-
rebranded.
it's
You know
like-
the Jaguar Taps?
It's like an
I thought this was their new rebranding, and I was like,
It's
wow,
like an
they've
80s
they've
music
become
video
so
from
fancy.
Scandinavia. I don't know if you've seen those music videos where everything is correct.
And then and then the tagline is "Don't imitate, don't copy, copy." Who were you copying in the first place?
You're copying a cat. You stole the name, in a sense.
Copycat.
A whole
is that what it
identity.
is?
Nice, yeah.
That should be the new name.
And if anything, they should show the car because you get confused. It's the cat, right?
I thought it was a
Absolutely.
tap.
Yeah, you thought it was a tap, and that's also a big brand.
That's what.
Are you involved with that brand?
No, why would I be?
Who knows?
involved
You
with
might be using
Tap
this
then?
to push the brand. We don't know how people are. They come in.
Should we play how to pronounce this?
Yes, please play how to pronounce it. It's not Jaguar, the way
Okay.
we say it. Okay, enough. As a Valkeshwar person, we must say it correctly. Enough is enough.
This is part of the show.
I don't want to ask a girl to press
Jaguar.
anything.
Jaguar.
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 Jaguar. So it's a lot different.
So
Yeah,
this branding, by the way, this us
Yeah.
has been the best rebranding
think so.
Jaguar has
Jaguar.
gone through.
If you got
the
something out of
ad.
this, it's how to pronounce Jaguar. By the way, it's also leopard.
I used to say leopard as a joke, and then
Really?
it's caught on in general.
I had a friend, Gujarati boy, Jaideep Shah. I hope he doesn't watch this. Lovely kid. He was crazy about cricket like me. He kept saying Geoff, Geoff, Geoff. And finally, I figured he was talking about Jeff Boycott. I don't know who the hell
Oh,
he's
I
talking
still
about.
don't know how to say Marcus's last name.
Trescottic.
No,
Labuschagne.
Labuschagne.
I
But there are
can't
two
say it.
pronunciations. So the actual South African pronunciation is a little different.
That's what I mean because he says it differently.
Yeah.
Then the
Labu
commentator.
Cagne or something. It's
So
a very
the
different
commentators
sound.
say it differently,
That's
and
the
the
Aussie way,
Aussies
the
say
Aussie way.
it differently, and so I just
So when
say
he reached
Marcus.
Australia, they started calling him Labuschagne and they stayed like that. But the actual pronunciation is more like the phonetics are the way it is. Labu Cagne.
Shall we play that also?
Let's do it. But you have to spell it. Or just go.
Are you mad at me right now?
No.
Okay.
Nobody's mad at you. You're the only female in miles. We can't afford to be mad.
It's
Shreyas,
how
if you
to
shave,
pronounce
that'll
that.
be almost two.
Oh, you were right. That the perfect pronunciation is Labu Shakni.
Yeah.
Labu Shokni.
It sounds like a Bengali film.
It does.
Labo
appear-
Shakni.
Oh my god, that's the best joke. I
What do you
like that.
think? We can cast some people we know.
I think so. I think so. We can get a production.
Also,
together.
I mean, I say Marcus instead of Manus only
Yeah.
straight away. So
But
I've
that's
changed
a
his
common
name.
mistake. That's fair.
But yeah, so the rebrand.
Now we're talking
it's
about Jaguar.
But
Jaguar.
let's get into their minds. What could be? Is it just the same Zomato thing? Oh, we just want a marketing gimmick. We just want attention.
I think you're right. I think at the end of the day, they realize it's going to get eyeballs and screw the repercussions because it's been a little low brand for a little while.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what they were thinking. We need to push the agenda. Push the agenda. They've done that.
But why not get like a couple years ago, Jag did a great ad where they were like, "We're the car of the villains," which was amazing.
That's in the
so
Bond films.
different.
Yeah, because they got every single slick, really good-looking villain in tuxedos to come in and out in helicopters, jumping out of this,
One
doing all
second.
like the cool things, and
One
then
second.
using Jags.
How
But
many-
it made
no.
Jags very
This
sexy
is
because
wrong.
you were like,
You're saying villains. Where were the Indian politicians? I want to see them.
I don't want to see a single one of them in a tuxedo. Let me just say that right now.
I want to see them with only a tuxedo on top. You know,
Because it won't. It looked like a penguin.
No, and you
it's
ask-
just like a bit of a.
I'm saying they like the manual shift though. Okay, stop. This is too much. Stop, bro.
I love when Cyrus talks to himself. Like
No, I
when it's
don't-
a conversation between him and him, it is
Look at his left
fascinating
brain
to
and
see.
his right brain
No,
are
I'm
lost
actually.
in
I
each
talked to
other.
Abhay because he looks like God. You know, your image of God growing up. So I just
That's true.
If Abhay says, "Ha, Shanti," or whatever, it's all good. Yeah.
What is it about like a really hofty beard that makes you think God?
You can't think this guy's a rapist ever. You think, "Wow, what a cute, holy man."
No, that's
you know?
because it's on the tenured side. That's why.
No, after Asaram Bapu and all, things have changed a little bit. But I'm sorry to say, everyone is not a Jaguar. But when you look at him, you feel purity, right?
Yeah.
I will ask. I respect his opinion
Yeah.
and I will abide by it.
He believes in it. He touches his own feet. He's that kind of guy.
By the way, God is also wearing shorts, so I think that is really.
RSS moved to pants. So better check that. Huh.
Yeah, 1 second. If the RSS can wear shorts, why can't Shreyas?
No, they moved to pants. But for many years, it was shorts. Right till
Correct.
4 years ago. We remember.
So why you came after him? He can wear shorts.
He's a Nagpur boy. He's hardcore.
That's true.
All the shorts.
You are from the hinterlands of India.
Ayushi,
I am.
all the shorts that they got rid of.
That's why you picked them
Typical
up.
Maharashtrian. I'll take it. Right?
Thrift shop. That was my thrift shop.
Just can you imagine if you
By the way,
went-
I got this also from a
Jaguar.
thrift shop.
How much is it? Tell me honestly. I have no idea.
So this was an event called Thrift Shop for Gaza, okay, at an art gallery where you could buy things and money was directly going into their account after the worst attack that they've seen.
Okay.
The
account?
Palestinians. Palestinians.
No, so
not
you-
a Zionist.
Hey.
Not a Zionist event.
Ayushi, you're
Pro-Palestinian.
telling me where to draw the line now. Come on. Yeah.
I'm just asking.
I don't know. Vishnu's coughing.
So I go there. I of course support Palestine like a regular human being. I go. I see a price tag of 20,000, and for a second I became a Zionist. And then I asked people, and they were like, "No, the discounted price is something else."
How about
And
cutting
then,
this?
Then I was like, "Oh no, the
what was
price
the price?
is 2,000."
What was the price?
Then it was 2,000.
2,000?
Then I was like, "Yeah, go
From
Palestine.
20 grand to
go
2 grand?
Palestine." Yeah, that was the original price.
My
So
God.
then I got it for 2.
But then that's poor fundraising.
Yeah, wow.
Why have you cut it down that much?
And you have so much money, unlike, say, some of the other comedians. You know, Puneet Pocha doesn't have
One
this kind
second.
of money.
What? How fucking cheap? Wait, hold on a second. I have like a logistical problem with this.
Businesswoman is on now.
Yeah, you want to raise money, so you decide to sell a quality product which has a price tag attached to it
And
for
give
a
no-
specific reason, perhaps a brand
Yeah.
value, quality, aesthetic,
And send no money.
originality. You can use a bunch of other
No,
adjectives.
2 grand will be in taxes and all. Nothing will go.
And then you decide to put the GST amount,
Yeah.
basically, as the money that you're going to give to the
horrible.
fundraiser.
I think because it was the last hour of the sale, nothing was going. So I think this might have been like discounted.
So who
like,
felt
this
good
was
about
the-
themselves at the end of this?
I think.
I think at the end of the day, he felt like he's a winner. Because in 2 grand, he got a 20
No,
grand.
he got a sick sweater out of a hoodie out of it.
I
Does
won,
it
but
look
I
good?
shouldn't have been the winner out of that deal. You know, it should have been.
That's
You are right.
all
You are
I
right.
want
Did you get the pants?
everyone to pick
You're
up
right.
on.
Did you get the track pants also?
No, that I got from Nagpur.
Okay, fair.
And you know,
So why are you wearing this in this heat?
this
Oh.
I just got it. So I
Because
was like,
it's
He's gonna
really
wear it-
cold
he's
in
gonna
your
wear it on the
studio.
beach.
I wanna show
He's
my
so happy
support.
with
But
himself.
it's it's freezing in your studio. That's why.
You don't want to see my wet armpits, no? I used to work in the 80s.
I
Now
miss
girls
it,
are turned
Cyrus.
off.
I
Yeah.
miss it. I miss all of that.
Ain't no Jaguar here.
But yeah, Jaguar's something else now.
What?
It's just not. Like,
Jaguar. You're not gonna buy if you can. I mean, you can. Would you buy it? How much is it? It'd be about a crore
Yeah,
in that range.
like a F-type or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so
sure.
up down. Let's say an average of a crore.
I
Would you
don't
buy it?
have the crow, but yeah, sure, I'd buy.
Stop
it.
saying that. Don't hurt us.
You can if you want my vote.
And you don't look
can
at
throw
her.
that in.
You two don't do this pretend to be poor thing. I
Don't you
hate that.
have some
yaar.
600
This is the worst part
restaurants or
about India's
something?
I
business.
don't have.
Huh.
I don't have 600 restaurants.
60.
Listen, Toronto, USA, Japan, Hong Kong. Forget India. India all over. India
Mars,
all over.
in Mars also.
No,
it's-
now he's going to do this overacting. But the point of the matter is there's some 36 outlets. So how small are we? You tell me.
We are very small.
36 freaking
you should be
outlets.
giving us Jaguars.
Jaguars is too cheap a car.
Which Jaguar
His
do
cooks
you-
are driving Jaguars. What are you talking about? These guys are what are you driving? Yeah,
I came here walking. I walked on my 2 feet.
he's got a McLaren. I'm sure. I'm not one, like 10. What's the most expensive
Do you-
car now? McLaren, Ferrari, what?
I guess McLaren.
I wouldn't know. I don't
Oh,
check the
so
price
s-
tag.
so
That's why I
sweet.
just buy the
So-
car.
so
That's why.
sweet, so
That's
sweet,
why.
So sweet. Yeah.
Just
You
like
see, if it's for a
black
good cause,
card.
as long as it's for a good cause, he buys it. That's your thing. Really. Yeah.
But that event was, it was a reminder for me that politeness is not always the answer. Like things that you say that you have, because like while leaving,
The Indian in you. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No,
say.
No, I thought the Indian in you came out in the middle and you said, "Yeah, both manga." The whole.
I think it
point
was
of the
already
matter.
discounted. So I was like,
Oh.
I was happy.
So what happened as
with
you were
it.
leaving?
As I was leaving, this was after the worst ever attack, right? So I was like, hey, this was great. Hope we get to do this again. And I realized that's not the move.
I think we should take a break now.
I have
There's a break. There's a break.
Does
Let's
the
take a
show
break.
have a break?
No, we have to. We need to take a break, talk to him, have a little chat.
No, I've been banned now, and I've been banned from that.
But actually, what did you say? You just said that I hope you can do it again. It's just raise more money.
It isn't Shakespeare. Let's take a break. Come on.
The conflict is not ending.
Break.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcasts Network. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus chats with Sachin Kalbag to unpack Maharashtra's high-stake political showdown. They also discuss COVID's economic ripple effects, tackle inflation drama, and sprinkle in some cricket buzz and US politics. On Century of Stories, Kunal shares the story of how 7 women with a small loan and a big vision founded Lichat Papad in 1959. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam chats with Ashish Shankar and breaks down the HNI investment secrets, PMS and AIF performance, asset allocation strategies, and why real estate and gold remains timeless favorites. Folks, if you like our show, spread the word. Tell your friends and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. Follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You'll also find all our shows on YouTube by their show name, so do look out for them and have fun watching. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week: IDFC First Bank, Axis Mutual Fund, SBI Mutual Fund, ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund.
I had my breast implants done.
That's so true. And they're just popping, Cyrus.
No, and what happened is I did only one. So they made one big giant breast. I don't have two. So I'm a little odd. No cleavage, but huge boob, not boobs. And
So you just have one giant pigeon chest now.
Something like that. So at cocktail parties, my wife says, okay, come and show them your tit. Your tit, not tits. Yeah. And then they don't charge us for money and stuff, and food.
And you just show it, like you just stand around. Do you dance? What do you do?
No, if you pay more, we do whatever you ask. It's
But
called.
does it do anything by itself?
It can, if I'm excited. Well, I can't tell you for sure. Oh yeah, and sometimes I need a pill. But that's due age.
We've come off the rails now. It
All
only
good?
took like 35
Wait, let me look at God.
minutes.
Yeah, look
30
at
seconds.
Look at God now for 1 minute. You feel better.
If God finds it funny, it just feels like, what are we cribbing about?
Yeah.
It feels like we should laugh.
Do you think
And God only pays attention to you
But
guys.
Can I ask you like an existential question?
Go ahead.
Do you think God is pissed off that we've gotten so woke because we've just become less funny as people? Like, he's pissed off because he's like, you used to be shitty, but at least you were funny. Now you guys are just shitty.
God has to be funny because if
He
we
has
were,
to be.
If we were chimpanzees once and he made us this, imagine
Yeah,
the kind of
they have
muscle
a
you had
sense
on
of-
a
No, there's
chimpanzee
enough
and then
things
this.
that happen in your life that at least once a day you kind of look up, down, whatever. And you're
Yeah.
just like, so you did that for your own shits and giggles, right? I'm glad that you got a laugh out of it.
What are some? Do you have any examples of this that have recently happened?
Like when
in
you
your
walk into a party and like, there are 6 people there that you've dated
life? Yes.
Wow.
at one time. And you're just
Ayushi,
like,
you've been getting around. What is this? What kind of party? 6 people
did
in
I
one
say
party.
I went to this
It's
party?
a hypothetical.
But
It's
then
a
who looked at
hypothetical.
God? Your friend Sushila. Who's looking at God?
I looked at God saying, thank you so much because this is going to be entertaining for me.
Yeah.
But she obviously would have been like, why would you do this to me? I hate you. But I was like, thanks.
I think it's much better if you go to a funeral and there are 4 people you've dated out of which only 1 has died. And that would be like a different.
I'm
then
sure
you look
that'll
at
happen.
God.
Give us like 30, 40 years.
Give it time.
Yeah.
Give it time.
Wow. 30-40 year difference.
No,
mean.
means in 40 years, I'm sure we'll go now there.
So what do you think of God?
I know him quite well.
Her.
Good friend.
You're not married. There's no him. You're married. You know it's a
Pretty
her.
sure it's like a they-them situation.
Oh God, you're right. Jaguar.
No, why? Okay, why is that wrong? I think
It's not
God
wrong.
is genderless.
It's not wrong. I
Like,
laugh
in
at everything.
terms
It's nervous laughter. I laugh at everything. I laugh at funerals. I laugh everywhere. If it's wrong, I laugh, and then I apologize because I know it's wrong, but I can't help it. Does that happen with you guys?
So you laugh on the show also?
This show.
It's a nervous,
if we
apologetic
don't-
laugh.
No, but Ayushi, if we don't laugh, who'll laugh?
so
Come on. It's got to be nice here.
Oh, we're all going to be cancelled. But you said that's a good thing now.
Being cancelled?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what the trend looks like. But you have to be cancelled extremely hard. You have to be.
But you feel
all
you got
the-
The thing
cancelled
is, no one
because
cares about me.
no,
now,
because
so
he
it's fine.
studied in Columbia University and now he's here. Since you were cancelled.
Maybe he cancelled
But also
himself.
Columbia was cancelled as well because
Not
they supported
Columbine.
Zionists.
Columbia.
Columbine cancelled some other people.
Okay, stop.
But
Stop.
You brought it up.
You're ahead.
You
Quit.
brought it up.
But
Quit
it did
when you're
get
ahead.
cancelled recently.
Not
right?
cancelled, but they have lost their
Credibility.
reputation of like, oh, we stand for all the right things because
Ah.
some Palestinian
Yeah,
protesters
that
were
I saw.
arrested.
Of course,
Yeah.
I saw. It was ongoing for a really long time.
Let me talk to God. God will give us perspective.
Sorted out.
We should keep a camera on him now.
Absolutely.
And we should
God
be
camera.
audio And we should
But
just have
isn't
him.
it so crazy that everyone right now who's watching thinks that like God is in the room?
And he's right of center.
Because we
I don't want to say anything.
because he's not even on the show. He's just watching us on a Monday morning, and we all just looked at him like this.
I had always imagined that God would have a tattoo.
And why
Like,
would we
I-
think God has to have a beard? This is a big one, right? Too many.
I think it's just
myths.
it's a sign of seniority
Yeah. Also, you don't have time to shave.
because you're super busy.
But you won't shave,
You
you'll
create
do
time.
this. You're right.
What's
right.
wrong with you? You
You are
start
not doing
time, you
this.
shave. You start
Everything
time
is a
again.
construct, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Also, I'm thinking I could not be God because I can't get a full beard. How sad. I'll be one of the Devis or something.
Yeah, that's the only thing
I'll be a
that
Dasu.
will come in the way of you being a good God. I think that you
Good
don't
God, I
have
never
to.
said. Who's saying he's a
Just
good
a
God?
God.
How do you know God is good? That's a leap now.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's true. There's many versions.
Yeah.
He contains multitudes.
Yeah. And in Gujarati, do you say God? Which is a different meaning.
Bhagwan.
Thank you.
She also said it to you.
Yeah.
Please stop.
But she didn't say it. She said it in sarcastic veneer. It was not really love.
I would never.
It was
I
reverence for God.
do not take their name in vain.
Yeah.
I would
Their
never.
name. Acha, they, them.
No, there's so many.
Oh, that way. The 40,000 crores now.
The-
Some cultures will dispute that.
Yeah, there's so many though, right? I'm including all of them. The Abramics, ours, mine, yours,
They got
everyone.
one between three.
I just want to ask who won in your constituencies? Which party?
The incumbent.
My friend UBT guy lost.
UBT
But
guy
the good
lost.
thing is everybody only knew ice cream. Nobody, which is actually a torch. But I explained to my mom, I was look for an ice cream because I can't explain.
But didn't that Lodha guy only win, no? In
Of
our
course,
area?
easily.
Is he incumbent?
Easily.
He's been winning since a long time. People
Right.
just keep voting for him
Mangal
again.
Prabhat.
Mangal Prabhat, yeah.
Sometimes the surname is a little difficult to say for Parsis and all. Because
How
the
do you say it?
and LODHA can be anything. No, I mean,
He has won, na?
I'm not comfortable.
Just think.
Huh? He's won. He's won. He's God. He's God.
But yeah, he won another. Who I was interested to know about the Bandra one because it was that Zakaria fellow versus.
Zakaria was an actor. He's Farid Zakaria's brother.
Yeah, he.
Arif.
But
Yeah, I
he's
voted for him.
but he's against the what's his name?
Ashish.
Yeah.
He won. by a
he
big
did.
But there was not
margin,
much chance against
Not
Bashiraj,
chance of
to be honest.
Also, he's the chief whip of
He's
the
the chief
Maharashtra
whip and-
Assembly.
and-
Like, come on.
Their machine is just bigger, stronger, more robust.
And he's
The PR
actually
machine.
one of the more educated candidates
he's
that
great
that party
to
has
talk
ever
to.
Who, Shankar?
fielded.
No,
Yeah, he's a lawyer.
Ashish Shah is a very
Actually,
regular guy to
Means
talk
in
to.
the
and all.
sense, look,
That's
the
the most dangerous.
bar is
no?
very.
Correct.
So
The no pun intended
degree
because
is
he's
like-
a lawyer. Huh. Yeah.
it's like wow,
Right.
No, but
qualified.
now this generation, or if you want to call them this generation, and many of them are very urbanized and all. Huh?
Yeah.
So you now start getting even more confused.
No, but the thing is that your hateful ideology can be urbanized as
Aditya-
well. You know, there's a
Aditya sounds like a Bombay Scottish kid.
he must
He
be
is,
also right.
I think he is.
Or South Bombay kid. He sounds.
Did he stand anywhere?
Yeah,
course,
he stood.
Wally.
He stood,
Did he
and
win?
he won.
He gets Wally back.
Milind was against him.
That must. I
Milind
thought
for
that's a
Shinde
tough fight.
faction.
Yeah.
He lost.
Initially, it was a big massacre, but then he caught up a lot. But in the end, it's the machine.
You know, I don't know if I've told this story ever, but when Trump won for the first time,
Yeah.
I was in college there, and I was just I've never cried at any of the elections here. When I should
2016,
cry.
2016.
2016. Trump has won, and I'm just a kid trying to fit in, right? So
Yeah.
everyone around me is bawling. They're crying.
The
So-
left-leaning students
of Columbia University
aforementioned Columbia
are
University, huh.
crying,
Yeah.
and I am also crying on the streets of Manhattan, fucking doing this to my chest. The immigrants. My roommate from Bombay is like,
Okay.
you are an immigrant.
Yeah.
What are-
Wait,
what
you
are
were
you crying
crying
about?
for their election?
I just
was
I
worried
just
that
got swept away.
Once the wall happens, they'll put him on the other side of the wall and he's shot. So he wouldn't be able to even get up.
I even marched to Trump Tower, being like, not my president, not my
Because
president.
he's not.
My roommate was like, Pranab Mukherjee is your president.
Yeah.
He's not your president.
Well, you could do that again in Delhi when you came back.
He could.
If you had the guts,
Yeah.
try and say not my president to our president. We'll never hear of you again. That's a liberal country. You can go to Trump Tower, nobody touched you.
Yeah, people are walking in a group. It's organized.
I heard even Trump was like not my president. Which is
How do you think Trump changes your life? Like Trump winning.
I like his dressing, so I'm gonna go with the red tie now.
Like his
wherever I go.
dressing?
I love the red tie.
Okay.
You love the
You know,
oversized
other-
kind of ill-fitting suits.
Yeah, but he's 6'3" or something. But also the other red tie guy is, you know who? Arnab.
Didn't he just win something?
Arnab.
Or like he became the most watched or most viewed or some 1,000 something shows or
if you're
some
talking about
record.
Assamese celebrity, it's the one-horn rhino. Then him, as far as I know.
Oh,
By the way, You know who escaped, and we've not discussed it? Indrani. So somebody, she lives in that building.
She's not escaped. She's
Indrani
out of
lives
prison.
in that building. Whatever. So she lives in that building in Worli?
Legally?
Legally, because there's a thing on the terrace that's been made in her name before this whole thing blew up.
No, I think you have to just see her Instagram.
No, I spoke to somebody who lives in the building and we said, because he had a very funny moment, not funny, the lift from the top floor with her all the way down, and it's the most awkward place is the lift, right? So what do you say? Do you know what she said? Hi, let's say, I'm not taking his name. Let's say, hey Deepak, how are your kids? He froze. Okay, it's not funny. I know it's not funny, but just imagine this as a real scenario. I'm not taking his name, but if you ever see this is true. So he just said, I said, I froze. I didn't know what to say because what would you say, Ayushi? You meet people in the lift, we have this social conversation. How are your kids? Yeah, how are your kids? I mean, that's usual, right? Fuck. He didn't know what to say. And he's just waiting for that lift. You know how that thing never ends then? That 10 floors just goes on and on. It's a tough one.
Wait.
She's a great dancer though.
You know all this? How do you know this?
Because she's on Instagram twirling through life.
So she's learning some dance forms and all these.
Cyrus, she's had a come up, and how? Because she's come out of prison. First of all, you're just like question mark, but also maybe it's a little bit like that O.J. Simpson case of,
wow,
I don't know how you pin this, but maybe it's true. Yeah. We don't know.
No, if she's innocent by some chance, whatever. But what are the chances, no? Except, of course, they don't.
But now she's on Instagram. She started a production company or some sort of art company or something, and she's just learning new dance forms. She puts on outfits. She records herself dancing and reels, and she's enjoying.
She goes to these dance classes. So the building gossip is that she's like Spanish dance, South American dance.
She's doing everything. She's doing Indian Kathak,
all that.
everything, and then she does like salsa, bachata, this, whatever.
No, so that's like a self-actualized person, who's just got such an easygoing life that they can put their money for charity and then just go ahead and just learn art, that kind of thing.
Yeah, she is just right now learning art.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's like the person with the best life ever, right? As you reach the last stage, you go into that kind of...
it is kind of crazy, right? That now we're idolizing her. That's where our
not idolizing
society...
We aren't, Ayushi. You might be.
Just imagine
I'm saying she's looking super free.
The guy...
That's all
She looks happy. She looks happy to you.
I don't know. I'm just happy I didn't get caught by P. Diddy when I was a hot young man. I think,
You think he did it?
100%, I
right?
feel. Yeah, we can say that, right? That's safe to say.
Of course he did it.
He did all the shit that we're
So
talking
guys like
about. that
Denzel
he's
Washington
being
and all are not talking, and there is a whole lot of them who turn their back on him.
But those
because they realize this shit
but
is
those
happening.
white parties that you used to have, literally every celebrity that you watch,
Freak off.
idolize, and respect, even as
Super
just a
freak off.
craftsperson, they all used to attend it.
Jennifer Lopez? Jenny on the block or
She
whatever?
needs to
Off
just...
the block?
I mean, I'm a feminist and all, but like she needs to just take a break.
Bro,
for a
she was
few
very
minutes. She has to
hot.
focus on her right now.
She was very hot.
How do you get Ben Affleck for the second time and then fuck it up?
Yeah, but obviously he left because of this, right? That's the whole thing.
Is
You haven't thought of that? So once because before we get the gossip, they get the internal gossip because the investigation is going on.
Yeah.
And then the moment he found out, he
You
didn't
think
want,
that
he won't be
he's
tainted.
left because he wants to distance
She's
himself?
the inner circle of this freak.
She dated him.
Dated him and knows what happened. At the very least, knows everything. Okay, that's also tantamount to, come on. I mean, raping young men and women and all
No,
that.
I literally did not think of this at all.
Yeah. So Ben Affleck and all these guys said, okay, who have a clean shit, are like, let me just not be associated. This is going to go down like the Titanic, to use a Saurashtra phrase.
Oh, I thought that was in reference to like Diddy's like
Titanic
puns of the
gayu.
crimes.
Titanic got lost. Where it is.
Is that what you call yourself when you're walking around with your one tit in your party?
Yeah.
The Titanic
So I'm
is
talking
coming.
to you. In between nipples. Hello.
What is
So,
the thing about a robot? Did you read this?
Oh, yes,
Is it robot or robo? This is a French word. Technically, it should be robo.
Okay, can you tell me about Le Robot?
In this factory, there's a video of a robot going to other robots and being like, "Are you working overtime? You work all the time. Why don't you go out?" And then you see these 13 robots go out. So the story is that there's a revolution
But it's a setup.
happening.
So it's happened.
It's happened,
It's
but
a setup.
I want to. I don't think it's real. It's too. I mean, God clearly has a sense of humor. If it is,
He's on his
real.
phone.
He's making it happen.
seeing
Yeah,
this.
he's like.
checking over this. I didn't get the order for the robot. Yeah.
But I think it's a revolution happening. It's a
But they
proletariat
said this would
revolution
happen. Like Will
happening.
Smith was in the movie.
So robots
and
are
everything.
proletariat.
Yeah.
Working class.
Yeah, they are being like,
Okay.
we don't need to work.
Okay.
That was
I
the
thought they made
discussion.
more money than me.
Wait,
something.
hold
you
up
know.
1 second. So you're saying the invention that humans created to replace manual labor has decided that they're too
What
good
happened
for
with-
manual
Hey.
labor,
They're like,
and they've unionized.
Ayushi, what happened?
And they've walked out.
History repeats
Precisely.
itself. What happened with slaves? Once it was an ideal world. Slaves everywhere. Now,
Unions, that's the problem.
there you go. Unions destroyed everything. And now we have these bots who are doing all our work. Next thing you know, Shreyas comes along, let's unionize, boom. These guys are walking around saying, Hum, Inkilab, Zindabad, and words to that effect.
by the way,
they
I-
said in clubs. That's
no.
super secular.
I
and
programmed it.
By the way, after this news came out, I had gotten an ad to write for like how an AI interacts with a
Don't
writer.
flex, huh? I also have
I'm
work
not.
on the
Arey,
side.
I'm not. I'm
I
not
walk
flex.
Mrs. Sharma's dogs and I get $600 on the hour.
which we also shares don't get here.
Yeah.
Don't you dare cut that joke.
Bro, that's also proper work, 3 dogs. It's not easy.
Out of those 3 dogs, how many are yours?
No, my dogs are off leash. The only person on leash are my relatives. Dogs are free. So it's different
Cyrus,
story.
you have leashless dogs. It doesn't create
No
problems
leash.
in your
No,
community.
they don't fight and all. They're fine. Blame the pandemic which you guys supported, which I was against. When the police used to come and shout, "Kutta ko pakad."
So sorry,
Which
one
is a
second. Can we
euphemism.
just go back for a second?
Yes.
So we were for the pandemic. Cyrus was against it.
Why were we for it?
I was against the restrictions. From the beginning, you guys wore masks and walked around.
Oh,
Come
so
on.
you were against the idea of masks, vaccines, everything.
Yeah, I thought we just emasculated the society completely, and I said enough is enough. Now, come on, get out there and get on with life. But no one listened to me.
That's.
Our chief minister was like
I didn't
hiding
think of it
inside
like
one
that.
glass box
Yeah.
himself. If you remember, no names.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
we were notoriously anti. I'm
You
sorry,
were.
pro-pandemic.
No, you were anti. He was slightly pro. Now he's got a short pants, and I fear nothing. See my legs. I'm a jaguar.
I'm
Yeah.
a jaguar. But your hoodie does have a little like South American kind of.
Are you
it could
objectifying this
be.
beautiful man?
No, I was sure.
Looking at the
Yeah, it does
design
have a
of
South
the
American
hoodie.
vibe to it. If you look
And
at
the
the
jaguar
forest,
is known
yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
South American
Yeah, we get that-
tropical
yeah.
Amazon.
I
It's
hope-
got a little Amazonian vibes.
Yeah.
There's a peacock
Hey,
on it,
hey.
I think.
Do you have an
I hope it has
anaconda?
saved in
Do you have an anaconda on you?
It's a peacock.
Oh.
It's a peacock. Can I get to this story
Yeah.
quickly? Adani and his execs paid bribes to Indian officials to secure contracts worth $2 billion in profits over 20
No,
years.
but what is the bribe?
300 million.
263 million.
First of all, if he's getting so much money, why is he overcharging us for electricity?
So my wife sent me the forward first. This is why I like forwards. He has paid a bribe of 264 billion.
No,
Billion with a B.
million.
No, million.
No, but my wife sent the forward in billion.
okay, got
This
it.
is the way you live. This is the world you live in.
Got
The
it.
specifics aren't important.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not the same thing.
Correct.
What is 264 million for a comedian? Nothing.
I think two.
Isn't that like some people's like Netflix deals?
Also, it's one
That's
guy.
the biggest people's Netflix.
Just
deal, so I
one
think-
guy who they caught has got a loan for himself some like 100 million or 90 million or something as a bribe to one individual. In this bribe, a few institutions have been bribed, but one
Yeah,
guy got like 90 odd.
Who's he?
I don't know. That's my hero. That's the MBA that I want to.
That's the
internship.
job.
I want
I'd
with
pay
him.
20 lakhs to get
Oh,
his job.
yes. Oh yes.
I'll
Yeah.
do that for the experience.
And now let's stop for a second, and we have this footage of Mukesh Ambani reacting to the news. Take a look. We don't have the footage, right?
actually have
We don't have. No, we don't have the. I'm so sorry. We
I
don't
was
have the
so
footage.
so.
Sorry
fat.
about that.
And
Sorry
his
about
take
that.
was you just
Look
paid
at you, look at
300
you
million.
gossip.
I would pay 500 billion. That was his take.
I thought it would be more like.
I think they're just kind of. There's nothing to be surprised in these things anymore. That's my take on this. For
I
sure.
think let's not kid ourselves. Business works on little bribery here and there, and don't think the West is clean. People have this wrong impression. It's a little cleaner, and checks and balances are better, but it's not clean.
Yeah,
I don't
no
know.
chance.
They call it lobbying there.
Exactly.
It's just
Which is
formalized
it's-
bribery.
yeah. It really is
But
ridiculous.
my favorite part is like when this bribe stuff happens, and included, everyone's just like, that's so wrong. I'm just like, but how exactly was your life going to change at all if this bribe happened or didn't happen? Like, did you think that money was somehow going to trickle down into your pocket?
Also, it's like misplaced morality also, because we
Yeah.
start thinking of it from all kinds of angles.
No, but it means that the pillars, the institutions of society, they can't be trusted.
But
That
stop
they
being
can be
naive.
bought
You're
away.
being naive, aren't you?
When were you putting all your faith in these institutions?
That's
You
true.
set up 36
That's
freaking
true.
restaurants all over the world. You're telling me money didn't change hands? You just walked in there. I'm a Hindu guy from India. I will come to Toronto. And no, you can't.
Why have we rejected this $300 billion climate finance deal? Because we wanted a 5x deal? Like, do we know the details?
The global south actually needs a lot more, and
1500 is
and the push out is too far out, because it's actually supposed to be coming to you in 2030 by 2035. That's
now whenever there are two issues, I start doubting the story. So is it the length of the time, or is it the actual money?
It's the quantum, as well as the fact that it doesn't go.
One has to be the priority.
It's not aligned with the. So there is one. I actually looked it up.
It's like, when a girl breaks up with you and says, it's not me, it's you. I've got this problem.
It's not in line with the CBDR, which it stands for the Common but Differentiated Responsibilities, which basically defines that everyone is responsible for taking action against climate change, but you have to recognize that there are countries that can be more responsible or less responsible depending on like economic stability, growth, and also historic context of where you've been.
And also who's leading the country.
Exactly.
Like China, Russia,
and so like even like the Paris Agreement and everything is framed on the basis of the CBDR.
Correct.
Not CBD, just CBDR.
Yeah.
CBD is what we smoke.
Terrible joke. Sorry. I'm like, this is why it's not my job.
Rich person's humor. Not doing CBD.
Ka-ching. But to say that there's a way of defining responsibility and the economic burden of that responsibility.
Right.
And so what India's position for the longest time has been is that this is not fair. The global south has burdened the share of the being like, say, the production hub for the last century.
Right.
And now you're saying that not only do we have to slow down your carbon emissions and all that stuff.
I'm accepting everything she says. I think you should have a pretty youngish girl doing this kind of thing for the foreign ministry. We're putting the wrong people in charge. See, when Ayushi talks with her, I bought it. I just bought it.
No, but it's not fair that
You had me at CBD. You've got your market.
It's kind of just one of those, like, the West has done so much of the polluting for so long and now wants to not carry the burden of trying to fix it.
Nuclear proliferation, they have everything, then they say stop.
And then they're like, no, you can't have it.
You stop. But I have 10 million here, quietly stockpiled. Yeah. Okay, here's the AMAs. Apparently, I have to do this so that the old man has something to do other than this. Harvespa Kasad says, hello all, do you think BJP has resurrected itself post the general elections? What resurrected? They're still leading all over, given the lopsided victory for the alliance in Maharashtra. Okay, resurrected in Maharashtra, but they were already holding power. So, as the Maharashtrian here, you answer.
Wait, can you repeat the question? The question repeat kara Marathi madhe.
But I don't think BJP has resurrected itself post the general election.
So, one second, you're not going to be offended by that even like a little bit?
I was in Gujarati. How can you get offended?
Oh, then I'm fine with it.
No. I don't get offended by it.
Answer the question. Have they resurrected
I don't know if they ever needed a resurrection, unfortunately.
But also, please understand the murky thing of Maharashtra politics is everybody is everybody.
Yeah.
So when everybody is everybody, I don't know
then
what to talk about.
Then nobody is anyone.
It was almost like a blind election. You don't know which party they'll be in.
No, but once it happened to Shiv Sena, which was bad enough that they,
then NCP
imploded.
again.
Then NCP. I mean, it's like, what's left after that? Congress already has 5 times been, imploded in the past, etc.
It's not a party now here.
No, the only thing left is BJP. Everybody else is part of a party. They're holding equity in a party, but they're not the full party.
It's a good time to be a good Jew.
I don't know about that, but I'm saying if you want to be the BJP, you have to break the BJP you have to make them split.
But I will remind just everyone, generally, if you've been watching for many years, Cyrus, I feel like you and I have said this many times in the past. The problem is that party is so unified that that's their only
it's
core
unified
strength.
Because of one
the
leader.
Other ones fight too much. If they could be unified, there would actually be an opposition.
They have strong leadership. That may not stay. So
there are rumors of BJP splitting. Like that's what
they've already been rumors. There's the UP versus the Gujarat.
But now the more interesting part is who's going to be chief minister.
No, I think Devendra. I think he mentioned that. Amit Shah already mentioned Devendra.
Oh, yes.
What is Shinde going to do? Because they got more seats now. BJP has outmuscled Shiv Sena Part 2.
100%. They don't need anybody anymore. But they are saying that it will help in legislative and then with BMC elections.
So you can't be arrogant about it.
Exactly.
But at the same time, let's be honest, who's the big daddy?
No,
the big daddy is the BJP.
I think Fadnavis is coming back as
100%.
I just want to ask, what do you think changed in the temperament, in the climate of the state between the last elections and
it's only 4 months. Only 4 months where they seemed to, the shift was more towards UBT, and in 4 months, I think Coastal Road.
But they both were claiming credit for the Coastal Road.
No, I'm just kidding. Coastal Road couldn't have done
it. But what could have changed in 4 months?
I honestly think it was the fact that they just decided, like, no, we're one party. We're not going to fight this time. We are one.
Well, the cynics say
we're under Shinde right now. We're one, and that's it.
Actually, cynics, not me, will say that there's much more money piled into the campaign, literally and figuratively. The media is completely bought and controlled, and all these things make a difference. But I think above all, there was no real fight from the opposition. Where
At
were
all.
they? Where were the Congress? Where was the NCP? You know,
No
where
rallies, no speeches. You
Nothing.
didn't call in any
Yeah.
of the bigwigs. Not a
Yeah.
single Gandhi came to
yeah.
town. What are you going to do?
Yeah, and Uddhav can't just take his dad's name and hope that's going to.
He didn't
No, I'm saying,
speak.
but he can't rely on that anymore.
Yeah.
But why do you think I said that he doesn't want it? It's because it doesn't seem like he wants it. Why is that so outrageous to say that it doesn't seem like he wants the job?
Do you not get it? So you have like the famous Shivaji Park thing, okay, what's it called, speech, and this guy goes and takes Azad Maidan, Shinde, right? A day later or a day earlier or whatever. So everything is like a copy. It's almost you've lost the plot. The script is now diluted.
Right.
So you don't have that uniqueness. That's gone. What are you going to do? Let the Parsi Sena rise. That's the only option. The third splinter is the Parsi Sena. Yeah,
There's like 6 people in that party.
true. Today 6, tomorrow 5. Because we are, losing them all the time. Adnavasu, thank you. Gone. 5 now.
You have any other AMAs? Or you're done?
Yeah. We have to wrap it. They've come. Shweta and Rohit, last one. What do you think of this current avatar of Cyrus? Do you miss us? We miss you. Do you guys think Cyrus has aged since you guys stopped being regular panelists? Current avatar? Oh, this show. What do you think of this format?
I think
not
you are
being live?
devolving. You're
And
going back.
Have I aged?
Yeah.
Fast.
Well, you've aged a bit.
Thanks.
But I
sweetie.
think it's because you don't have us to keep you young.
That's true. Yeah.
We used to keep you young.
Yeah, that's true. I used to have 2 girls on each side when I was working just to keep me young. That, I'm told, is a cancelable thing, so I've stopped that. So now I keep 2 really old ladies and a gorilla. But we can put the end also. It's okay. It's fine. Thank you, Ayushi. That was lovely. The way you got up before the show ended. Premature existentialism, if you want to call it that. All right, bye. Bye. Enough.
I ended up in the set of Star Trek.
Oh.
I just read, was it Star Trek? Oh, wow. Of course, I have done big, huge Hollywood film, which is Life of Pi.
Life of Pi.
Much, like long ago, 2011 we shot.
Oh, that's that
so
long
this
ago?
is 2018.
Yeah.
So I went there and Pinewood Studio in Canada, in Toronto, and there's a huge sets, like 10 studios of like same size as.
Wow.
And good thing is that they paid me little money, but I keep getting residuals every 2 months.
Oh, yeah, they have that thing where when they re-release, you get paid, no?
Not really release. If they're earning money, I earn money 1%. So every 3-4 months, I get like $5,000,
Because
$6,000.
even if it goes say to Korea and they watch it, because they sell it everywhere.
Yeah. And I was like, Devi, oh my God. Okay. So I came and they hired Mehboob Studio for a look test. So I already signed the contract and everything. So they brought me in, what should be my hair and makeup and all that. So I walk in and I see Sridevi sitting, giving back to me. So I walk in and she's sitting facing that side. There's a huge dining table. And then I was made to sit next to her.